Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Christmas has come early this year. This I think is going to be the final COS video that I do for the year, but oh my gosh, is this going to be a good one. So this is all about my favorite items from COS for winter. So there are tons of coats. There's actually 4 different coats that I'm going to share with you guys, and you all know that I love a COS coat. There are some sweaters, there's some really great accessories, some nice suede boots, just everything you'd want to wear in the winter. And yeah, it's a lot of good stuff, a couple of fails. So this was not a fully happy video, but we will get into it all just like I do with all of my COS videos. And thank you all for watching again. You all mean so much to me, and especially when you comment and just say really fantastic, interesting things on all my videos. So thanks for being here, first of all. So I'm going to go backwards actually with what I usually do, because I show the cutaways and I always show how I style the items and whatnot as I'm talking about them, but I always am going to show the accessories and stuff. So I think I'm actually going to talk first about the accessories. That way when you see the clothes with the accessories, it's not like giving it away, if that makes sense. So anyway, let's jump right in. I'm gonna scooch on over to the side so you can see my cutaways per usual. But the first little accessory piece I think are so fantastic. These are brown suede riding boots. And I almost didn't buy these because part of me was like, you've bought brown suede from COS before, it wasn't the right brown. And I will say this is more of a cool toned brown, which matches with a lot of their bags, like the Cavatelli clutch that I love so much. But I just couldn't help it. I just thought these were so beautiful looking. These look like Legrez boots that are like $1,000, but these are only $429. And these are actually so comfortable. I got them in a size 10, which is a size 40 to COS. So if you're wondering what size to get, I'm always a US 10. So definitely don't like go up a size. I would just go for your standard size, but just, I love the beautiful classic look of these. I would highly recommend putting a suede protector on them before you wear them. I do that with all of my suede bags and shoes, and I've never had any issues. I love how the shaft of these is nice and thick so that you can tuck jeans or like riding leggings into this. I've paired one of my favorites, this little pair of skinny pants from Quince, just because they look like riding pants and they tuck so nicely into boots, but they still give you a little bit of shape, and they're super stretchy and they're really comfortable. So I think they look very good with these boots. But oh, these boots are so great. They're 100% suede. They are lined with leather and the sole is rubber. They're just really beautiful, high quality boots. And again, COS doesn't always have the most comfortable shoes, I will say, but these are so comfortable. They are so comfortable. So I'm really pleased with these boots. I actually wish they would also make them in like a black suede, but I like the brown suede all the same. And I actually don't even mind that it's a cooler brown. Your colors don't need to always match perfectly. I'm still styling this with my flattered clay clutch in that chocolate suede that's like warmer, and I think it looks really good. If anything, I like it when stuff isn't like ultra matchy. So I'm really loving these boots. I think they're so incredibly comfortable and just really good looking. So I will be pairing this with a lot of the items that you see here today. And then the second piece that I picked up is actually a handbag, and I was very drawn to this bag because the size, I've been really into kind of like larger. I mean, this actually is pretty large. This is probably the largest handbag I've bought in a long time, but I've been really into like larger handbags. I don't know why. I always tend to like smaller bags, but recently, maybe it's winter, I just like having a lot of room. So I'm going to get into kind of what I love about this bag, and then I also want to talk about what I don't like about this bag. So I will say this bag, first of all, just to get it out of the way, the price, it is $279, which I do think is a good price. It is made up of 100% suede, the shell is 100% leather, and the lining is 100% cotton, so all very nice materials. However, the thing that really irks me about this bag, I just don't love the patent finish. I think it would be really nice for wearability purposes. I don't think it would, I think it's quite hard wearing, but there, especially on the handles, I just think it looks a little bit cheap. I will say I love how long the handles are. That's the other thing about a big bag, is if you can't like throw it over your shoulder and wear it like this, I find them to be kind of impractical sometimes, especially if they're on the heavier side. While this bag is not that heavy, the suede is quite light. I still really appreciate that it's got nice long handles. I would feel comfortable throwing a bunch of stuff into this bag and still feel like I could carry it around town. I just don't think I'm like the biggest fan of the patent leather. I also thought I would like the suede a little bit more. I thought it would be almost more olive colored. I honestly picked this up because it matches so well with this shearling jacket, which I will share with you in a moment. That is just the most to die for piece that I've ever purchased from COS. So it was a little bit impulsive in the fact that I got it to sort of match with that. But if you're looking for a good work bag, I also think this would definitely fit at least a 13-inch MacBook. I actually think this would fit my 16-inch MacBook, to be honest. I might not be able to zip it, but it would certainly fit in there. And then it zips up completely, which is a very nice security feature if you live in a city and you don't want someone like shoving their hand into it. It is a very beautiful and well-made bag, just like with most things in COS, it's very high quality. So I like the bag. I just don't think I'll probably be keeping it just because the patent leather kind of bothers me a little bit. But I do like the sportiness of it. It's very like British hunting kind of. Again, they're doing a really fun twist on like British countryside, but making it cool and modern. I mean, even these suede boots honestly have a little bit of that feel to them. So I'm loving that approach, and it's been really, really fun to wear this stuff for fall. I also like, I don't know if this is, are these black or brown? I think these actually might be like a dark brown, which is kind of nice. So if you're looking for a bag as like an alternative to a black bag, this could also be a good bag. But those are the two accessories that I'll kind of be playing up and styling a lot of this stuff with. I'm also styling a lot of the outfits with my Rachel Comey heels that I'm in love with, that are also so incredibly comfortable, as well as, what else did I style with? My AD boots. I will leave everything linked in the description box if you're curious about what an item is or what I've styled something with, but always feel free to also just ask questions and I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. Now I want to talk a little bit about the sweater that I'm wearing and slash all the sweaters that I picked up, because I did pick up a few 2 to 3 sweaters, as well as I'm going to share one that I got from COS last time. So this sweater, first of all, loving the tone of this sweater. I think it looks really, I did like very earthy. Just wanted to do super natural makeup today, not to go off on a huge segue, but I have a full face of Dibs Beauty, like eyeshadow, foundation slash tinted moisturizer, illuminizing situation, and then blush, contour stick, and lips. The lips are kind of a neutral fig, almost brownie color. So I've really been loving these very minimal, but like everyday kind of makeup. And I'm calling it out because I think the eyeshadow actually matches perfectly with this sweater. So it all worked out quite well. Again, I'll leave all the Dibs Beauty stuff linked in the description box below because I really like it. I've been wearing it all day long and it feels like I have absolutely nothing on my face, which I'm obsessed with. So that is great, but I'm loving the tones of this sweater. This is a boiled wool funnel neck sweater. You guys know anytime COS comes out with something in this boiled wool, I feel like I've bought it because I just love it so much. I love how architectural it is. I love how warm it is. You guys know I love like a mock neck like this, where it's not like a full-blown turtleneck. I think it's very ladylike and just looks so good with like my short hair. I also have a very long neck, so it kind of helps with that. But I just think this sweater, it's so classic and good looking. I love the camel color. I got this in a size small, which I think was perfect. And it is just fantastic. Again, it's 100% merino wool, so it's super warm. Also, a lot of you guys ask me how I wash my boiled wool. I always wash my clothes on delicate I would check on your washer that you're not doing anything crazy in terms of the spin cycle. Like make sure that it's like super, super delicate, like not gonna turn it around that much, because that is the one thing about boiled wool is you don't want it to lose its beautiful weave and beautiful shape. But wash it on cold, wash it on delicate, and then just let it air dry. And I haven't had any problems with any of my boiled wool pants or dresses. So yeah, just want to call that out because I know it does say dry clean only, which I know can be a bit of a deterrent for some people, but just be really gentle. You know, you can even use those like laundry bags where you put it into the laundry bag, which is sort of like an extra layer of protection when it's in the wash. But I did just want to call that out. And I also, again, the boiled wool stuff is such a great price for being 100% merino wool. This top is $139, which is phenomenal. It actually comes in a couple of other colors. It comes in this gorgeous cherry red, which you guys know I'm not a big color person, but if you were into wanting a good fun festive sweater, that would be great for Christmas, or just if you have great coloring to pull that off. And then it also comes in black as well, which is a really great just foundational piece. So I am loving, loving, loving this sweater. In fact, I paired this with a few different things throughout the video. I actually had a really good time throwing this over kind of a shift jumper dress that I've had from Zara for ages. So it looks like almost like just a black little mini skirt with tights and boots. I think this is such a cute outfit. I would wear this to a holiday party or just when I want to look a little more sexy and fun, like a birthday or like date night with husband or something. I love this fun little outfit, but I also just love wearing this type of cozy thing on like a weekend with just corduroys and yeah, just being like super chill and cozy and fun. I absolutely love it. So I will be keeping this for sure. Now, the next two items were actually gifted from COS, which I still can't believe I'm saying that because you all know that I'm the biggest fan of COS. So the fact that they let me choose something from their lookbook, in fact, they let me choose a couple things, I'm just still over the moon with that. So of course I was gonna pick something from their incredible, incredible cashmere collection. This is the really like viral famous Row dupe sweater that everyone is talking about. I now have this in navy, black, and beige, which is, it's just like one of my favorite sweaters. I love the crew neck shape. It's such high quality. It is so gorgeous. I always like size up, like super size up. So I get in a size medium, all of their chunky cashmere sweaters, just because I really love that like super cozy, oversized feel personally. And I am bummed because I'm looking and it looks like pretty much all their sweaters except for the beige, yeah, is completely sold out, but hopefully it'll come back in stock maybe at some point, but I'm just obsessed with this sweater. I have been loving wearing this sweater in like a full monochrome look. In fact, I've been loving, I will keep going on and on about how I'm wearing these monochrome looks, but I'm just obsessed with it for some reason. So like full navy, full burgundy, full green. I'm just loving that head to toe kind of monochrome look. So I have been wearing this look, this navy sweater with navy corduroys so much. In fact, I picked up a pair of navy corduroys, which I am styling with this sweater. I will get into the details of those because there's a whole nother story with those, but I just think these sweaters are the best. They are $349, so they are an investment, but they're just like the best sweaters for fall. They're the ones that I reach for all the time. I absolutely love them. And then the next sweater that is one that I also picked out from COS and was gifted. This is the rounded double-faced wool sweater. Looks like it's only available in a couple sizes. Hopefully it still is by the time you see this, but again, I just love this dark green color. I love a crew neck sweater. I love that this one is very similar to this one where it's kind of like almost like they call it rounded because it is. It almost has this like rounded shape, which I totally gain weight this time of year. I think everyone does. I mean, there's just so many goodies like Halloween candy and Christmas stuff and like there's just lots to indulge in. So really not upset about having a more architecturally round shape to cover the round bod during the winter. And this is also in a really phenomenal material. This is 94% wool and then a 5% polyamide. I think to give it a little bit of that structure, that architecturalness to it, but I think the color is beautiful. And it also has this really nice kind of seaming in it as well. So just wanted to give that sweater a shout out, even though I didn't actually purchase it with this haul. And then the final sweater is this gorgeous off-the-shoulder sweater. Again, it's only available in a couple of sizes, and you can get it in a dark brown or a gray. Both are really beautiful colors. I picked up the dark brown because I've just been clearly loving dark brown. It goes really beautiful with the boots and all of the dark brown suede accessories that I've been picking up. But yeah, this sweater is $149. It is made out of 100% merino wool. I love the texture of the sweater. It almost looks like alpaca, to be honest, and I love an off-the-shoulder look from COS like this. One of my favorite dresses of all time that I still have and I still wear a lot is this black knit dress that is just off the shoulder like that. I love that you can have like one shoulder down or you can have it up. It doesn't have to be off the shoulder by any means. And I love that it's just high enough to kind of like show off a little bit of your collarbone and stuff. And I also love that the sweater it's not cropped necessarily, but it is on the shorter side. So I think this would look really nice with a higher waisted pant. In fact, I'm just wearing it with my little COS cropped corduroys that I think I mentioned these in my What's New in My Wardrobe video. But love these as just like an everyday corduroy kind of base layer. I think these look so cute together. And I like that you can dress a sweater like this up or down. I think it looks just as appropriate for daytime. If you wanted it to be less sexy during the day, again, you can just kind of have it up, almost like a little bit of a cow neck kind of situation. And then at night, you know, after work, you could pull it down to show off the collarbones and have more of a cute little clutch bag or a fancy more evening bag with it. But in general, I just love a cozy sweater like this. And I think this one looks really luxurious and really expensive in my opinion, when it's actually a really fantastic price. $149 for a 100% wool sweater. It's just beautiful. Okay, and then this is where the drama begins with the pants. So I'm gonna start on a more positive note so that you all know that I am not crazy. I mean, I think you all know how much I buy from COS. I know their sizing pretty well. I know their pants can be a little bit finicky in the sizing area. For example, sometimes I'm a 2, sometimes I'm a 4. I'm usually a 2, but it's nice to have the 4 because then you have room, you know, to grow, to be a little baggier. So especially this time of year, I like to go for a 4 because again, I have gained a little bit of weight. And so I just like having that extra room. I like being able to tuck chunky sweaters into it. So by me getting a 4, that's like sizing up in a way. And I know that I'm definitely a 4 in COS because I just got these cropped corduroy pants that are fantastic. They come in 4 different colors. They have a really beautiful green color that has like a matching shirt. I talked about it in my What's New in My Wardrobe video, but I got the black and these are fantastic. In fact, I wore them into the office with my little gray cardigan, my boiled wool cardigan, and I looked over and I was talking to a coworker and she was wearing the exact same pants but in green. And I was like, COS? She was like, yeah, COS. So that was really funny. But yeah, I got these in a size 4, and as you can see, they fit perfectly. They're great. There's a little bit of room, but they're super, super comfortable and they're fantastic. They're $139. So love these pants. Just wanted to say that like, this is what a size 4 in COS should look like, which leads me to the next pair of corduroys. So I've been styling a lot of videos and stuff with my beautiful navy COS sweater. And again, I've been going on and on about how I love this monochrome look. This is not the last you're gonna see of this, but I have a pair of navy corduroys from Uniqlo that I'm obsessed with, but they went on sale and they sold out, and I really don't like sharing things with you all that you can't get. That's just not very fun, right? And so when I saw these on COS, I thought, oh my God, perfect. These look so similar to the ones that I love from Uniqlo that I can give them an option. These are a very classic straight leg fit, which I love. The length is perfect. You could actually even wear these with boots or with flats. They're kind of that perfect in-between length where they're like a little bit long, but not in a bad way. So the fit of these, fantastic in terms of like the leg, the cut. I feel like COS was gaslighting me because I could barely get these over my hips. And I thought, oh my gosh, I knew I gained a little bit of weight. I had no idea I gained this much weight. and I freaked out. And that's when I ran into, and I was like, am I crazy? And I tried on this other pair of pants, which I know fit me, and they fit me just fine. So I know it's not my body, it's the pants. I think they had a serious manufacturing issue, and I'm really thinking this because, spoiler alert, not only did this happen with this pants, but it actually happened with the next pair of pants that I'm going to share with you as well. So something has really gone awry in the production. Just, yeah, very, very bad. So I want to call this out. I really like these pants, but honestly, the fit of these were so bad. I would recommend going 2 sizes up. I might try to order these in a size 8 because these fit like a 0, and COS doesn't even make a 0. It starts at size 2 to size 14. But again, I can wear a 2, but it just is a little bit tighter. You'll see a little bit of puckering at the hips. Sometimes, again, depending on the fit, sometimes they're a little bigger, sometimes they're not. So this was not a 2. This was like, can I get these pants on my body? Which makes me think like this is like a 0. So I would go 2 sizes up in these pants. The fabric, on a more positive note, is absolutely stunning. I love, love, love a navy. You guys know I love a corduroy. Similar to my cropped corduroy pants that I love, these are a very lightweight corduroy, which is nice. They're just like super comfortable, not too heavy. So I'm sad because I think these pants are fantastic, and I think you still could wear them well. I just think you'd really, really need to size up in them. So this is my warning to you all, and these pants were $149. Yeah, even on the website, it says the model wears a size 6. So I would be minimum 6, probably an 8. Again, to be safe, I would wear an 8 in these pants because they were just so teeny tiny. And that brings me to the next pair of pants, which was also such a bummer because the style of these pants is to die for. Again, I think I'm gonna try, so many sizes are sold out. Hopefully I can still get my hands on them, but similarly, the length of these are perfect. It's that perfect length, again, that you can wear with flats or you can wear with heels. Love the length, love the fit on the rest of my leg. In the hip area, again, these weren't quite as tiny as the other ones. I think actually I could probably get away with just wearing a 6, even though it looks like the 6 is sold out, so I might have to get an 8. But what in the world? Which actually I wouldn't mind in these pants because like a lot of COS trousers, they have buttons on the inside, so you can actually bring the pants in a little if you want to bring them in or out. So when the trousers have this feature, I actually don't mind going a size up because then I have the flexibility where if I lose a little bit of weight, I can, bring them in, or I can take them out when I need it. So that is like one word of advice. These are the most gorgeous wool skirt pants. I love the skirt. I think it's so flattering and cool how, and this is coming from someone who has very short legs and a long torso. I actually didn't think this was gonna look very cool or very good on me, but I think just because it's such a subtle panel that just kind of drapes on the front, I think these are so cool. I would have loved to wear these with like a gray high turtleneck and my little Rachel Comey pointy heels. So I am gonna try to get a bigger size in these just because I think architecturally they're so cool, and I love the little front panel area. They're $189. And it looks like they also come in a navy as well, even though I like the black more for sure. But the navy's cool too. So I did just want to call that out. But yeah, the sizing kind of reminds me actually a little bit of the Victoria Beckham stuff where like maybe the fit model was like really narrow in the hips or something. I don't know. But the fact that it happened with both of these pants and then not these pants, I think is just a sign that something wrong happened in production. So did just want to call that out. So hopefully this is helpful. But yeah, the style, again, the style, the fabrics, all of that is the beautiful stuff that we know and we love from COS, but the fit just kind of went awry. Oh, also composition wise, these trousers are 100% wool. The lining is 100% cotton. These are lined. They're just really, really beautiful trousers. So I would like them to work. But yeah, the pants were a little bit of a fail, but maybe that's because God is fair, because the coats that I'm about to show you are the most insane winter coats I think I've probably ever shared with you all. And I'm gonna leave the most insane one to the very end. But I mean, they're all so, it's going to be really, really hard to figure out which ones to keep because I absolutely cannot keep all of these. I do not need four. I mean, I don't need any coats, let's be honest, but I don't need 4 coats by any means. So you guys have to let me know in the comments. But yeah, the coats are gonna be the star of the show, spoiler alert. So the first coat that I want to share with you all is in this gorgeous, gorgeous green color. It's the exact same green or very similar green to the beautiful wool sweater that I showed you earlier in the video. And I am loving this kind of green olive color, like greens, burgundies, navies, even though these are technically colors, you know, blue, green, red, I feel like they're still neutrals and I feel like they look really nice on my skin tone. And I just love playing up with color a little bit in the winter, maybe because it's so depressing outside. It's nice to just have a little bit of something fun, and I love the color of this coat. This coat is 74% recycled wool, 26% polyamide, and it is 100% lined with viscose. Now, I know that you're probably like, it's not 100% wool, but this coat, as well as another coat I'm going to show you next, they're very architectural. They're very oversized. I call them almost kind of like Marc Jacobs-esque. They really remind me of that runway show a couple of years ago where everything was like very doll-like, very exaggerated. So I think the fabric mix is there to really help give a bit of shape to the coat and really exaggerate that architecturalness. And I think it's really, really beautiful. Again, this color is so good. I love the double-breastedness. I loved the oversizedness. I actually got this in a size small. And in full disclosure, this was the other item that was gifted to me from COS, which again, so generous of them, so crazy. Still pinching myself, but yeah, love this coat. I got it in a size small. I actually could have gotten it in an extra small because it is very oversized. I don't mind that it's so oversized. It's not like Frankie Shop where it's like swallowing me, but I definitely could have gone probably with an extra small. But I don't mind. I like having bigger coats because I like to wear bigger, chunkier sweaters underneath of them, and it's always nice to have room. In fact, I actually was trying on this outfit and I slipped this, no, it wasn't this sweater. It was my oversized burgundy cashmere sweater from COS into this Max Mara jacket, and the sleeves were so tight. I was like, oh, I hate this feeling. So it's nice to just have like a giant coat that fits all your really chunky sweaters. This coat is $449, which a lot of, pretty much all the coats I think actually you're gonna see today fall into that price range because there's so much fabric, so much construction, it's wool. I mean, it is what it is. So while they're a higher price point, their coats are just such good quality and they look so cool. And the thing about coats in the winter is like coats are pretty much the only part of your outfit that people are really seeing, if you think about it, other than your purse and other than your shoes. So it's a worthwhile investment because you're going to be wearing the same coat probably most days. And so you want one that looks nice, I think. So they have it in a dark green color. They have it in a black, very classic. And then they also have it in, weird, they have black listed twice here. So they have it in green and they have it in black. Those are your colors. And yeah, I think this one's really, really nice. I also love a long coat. I just feel so luxurious when a coat is like drapey and very long. Now, the next coat I want to talk about is on a similar vein, even though I do think I'm going to keep this coat because I really, really love it. It's called the Sculpted Wool Blend Coat. Same price, $449, and it only comes in this beautiful dark gray color. The shell of the coat is 59% responsibly sourced wool, 19% cotton, 12% tencel, 10% polyurethane. And again, I think there's that fabric mix because of the architecturalness of the jacket. This jacket is even more exaggerated in its cocoon-esque shape, which is why I love it. Like, this is so Marc Jacobs to me. I just love, love, love. You guys also know that I love this like really dark gray color. I actually don't have a coat that is longer like this in a dark gray color. Even though this isn't a long coat by any means, I have a shorter, it's not cropped, but like it hits at the hip, dark gray totem pea coat, which is beautiful, very classic wool coat, which I love. But I think this one is just really, really fun. And I love that it's like a little bit unexpected. yeah, I just think it's like very fashion, very cool. I actually love how they've styled it with these little brogues and little socks. I have some from Italic, where did that come from? I have some from AD, one of my favorite German footwear brands, that I could style up with this with like little tights. I think it'd be so cute. The other thing I love about this coat is that it almost looks like a dress. Like you could really get away with wearing this almost as a dress and like as a piece in itself. So I think that's quite fun, and I really love the dark gray. The thing about a dark gray like this is I feel like it goes with everything. It goes with black, but it also goes with navies and browns and olives. So the versatility is there, actually so much more so than just black. Also, look at the detailing. Like, how gorgeous is the construction of this coat? I just love that seaming. I think it's so beautiful. You can just see it up close and you really start to appreciate all of those little details. But I definitely think I have to keep this one because I just think it's so fun. It's very like Comme des Garçons, but it's COS, which is great. So yeah, I really like this coat. Oh my God, you guys, this is seriously the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I also love this next coat, but for very different reasons. It's so different than the other two, which I know sounds crazy. It's like looking at the same black dress and being like, but they're all different, but I swear they are. This one is the double-faced wool shawl collar coat, which is a mouthful. Pat on the back for being able to say that the first time. It is a combination coat, so that's what's so cool about it. I mean, there's a lot of things that are cool about it, but it's navy and brown, which I think is a fun, it's very, very subtle. You almost don't even notice it at first. And I love that it's like a robe coat, but I love that you don't have to worry about like a tie or anything onto it. In fact, this is actually how I wear my totem robe coat that I have that I adore. I usually just take the tie off because I just like to wear it like a big robe. And this is so similar to that. Same price point as the other two. This one is $449. And I got this one in a size, yeah, extra small, because again, I saw how oversized it was. I also love the styling on the site. I'm obsessed with this giant Santa Claus belt that they've paired with it. I don't think they sell this belt. I haven't seen it anywhere, but I love it together. I would totally just take any kind of thicker black leather belt and belt it if you want. But again, I'll probably just wear it open. I think it's really chic and casual like that. I also love, I just am noticing this now actually on the website, how they've kind of flipped the shawl up to hide the brown, and there's a little button. Oh, that is so chic. Oh, this is why, I mean, I love COS because they just have all these really clever little design details that cost extra money, but like don't go unnoticed in my opinion. Just like the little buttons on the inside of the trousers so you can adjust the sizing. I love that they don't try to cut corners, and that's why I really appreciate them as a brand, as a customer. But I just think this is so nice looking. I love the navy brown combination. It is, it's really, really good. So the composition of the coat, the shell is 60% wool, 40% tencel. The pocket is 100% viscose. So yeah, you guys have to let me know what you think because I love, 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 love this coat as well. And it looks so good with these suede boots. Oh, everything is a dream except for the pants. The pants. What is going on with the pants? Okay. I just want to take a moment and have a little bit of a drum roll for the final coat. This was something I was very on the fence about ordering, and then I thought just order it and just see what you think, and you can always return it. But I really wanted to show it to you all. So here it is. This coat is, first of all, such an investment piece. I will just get that right out of the way. This coat is $1,290, which is designer price point. I understand that. I understand why though, when you actually see this coat up close. This material, oh my goodness, it is to die for. It's this gorgeous olive green kind of khaki color. The outside is 100% lamb, so this beautiful shearling lamb. The bonding is leather lamb. Oh, and the inside is 100% leather. The whole inside of this coat is lined with leather. With leather. Beautifully lined with leather. The pockets are lined with this gorgeous, gorgeous shearling. In fact, I put my hand in them and I was like, heaven, hello. So soft, so cozy. So it is immaculately made. I'm happy that with that really high price point, they didn't, again, try to cut corners or anything. I mean, this coat is a piece of art. It is so, so, so stunning. It is so beautiful. I love the unique color. I love the lamb shearling fabric. I don't have anything like this. I just think it is to die for. Again, this is why I bought the matching bag, because it's that same kind of olive neutral color. I think together these look so, so incredible. I think this khaki color would actually be much easier to style than you would think. I think this would look so good with grays, light grays, charcoal grays. I think it would look really great with chocolate browns, with black, with navy. Again, even though it's kind of a green color, it's a neutral at the same time. But I just can't get over the gorgeous construction of this jacket. It is absolutely stunning. So if you're looking for that super standout knockout piece for winter and you want to make a little bit of a luxurious purchase, then this coat is it. It just feels incredible. It looks incredible. It's just one of those things that when you put it on, you're like, oh yeah, this is what $1,200 feels like. Like, it is amazing. So I think that is a great note to end this video on. In fact, I feel like I bought so much. It arrived in 2 boxes. I feel like there's even more to show you, but I think that's it actually. So yeah, lots of incredible, incredible pieces, especially the outerwear. I mean, COS just like, they're just amazing. So I hope you all enjoyed this. And again, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And I hope you're having a great and safe holiday season. And I'll see you guys in my next video.